tried to start a business online because it was my dream and my vision. I spent, you guys are gonna love this, at least $20,000 starting this online business, and it failed because it was me by myself trying to do it. There was no system. It was me trying to learn everything, which is why Aaron knows why I'm like a domain name freak and I know all this stuff about internet, is because I tried to start this business and I poured my heart and my soul and my funds into it, and it failed. It will happen one day. I still have purpose and vision for it, but when I couldn't keep up with it because I was working and because I was trying to run this business and produce these, it was yoga videos, I'm producing yoga videos and all that stuff, put it to the side, and I was going through therapy for my mom being passed away, very angry. I said, I don't need therapy, I need yoga. I got certified to teach yoga. Okay, I go into school. I start literally healing kids with breath work. That was when I said, I can't be a teacher anymore. I can't just teach Spanish. I have something way bigger that I can give. And they wouldn't let me teach yoga. I wanted to do it for free. They wouldn't let me teach yoga. So I was like, okay, I don't think I can work here anymore. I really think that I'm meant for something bigger, and you guys are just like if there was a fire, they're just trying to put it out. So I did my meditation, I got very quiet, and I said, please, dear God, if I am meant to do something, as I really do believe, then show it to me. And that was when I got tagged in a picture of Shakeology. So I think Darby had said to me, you can make money with this. There's this guy, Tony, he's making $2,500 a week. It's like my paycheck in like a whole month. Oh my God, really? So I started, I learned, did the webinars. They were doing 45-second presentation at the time, and I'm like, whatever he's doing, I'm just gonna do. And I'm gonna do it as fast as he can, and fast I'm gonna talk to everybody was a conversation where I could help them, where I could show them, you don't have to live the way you're living. You don't have to, do what you're doing. If you're not happy, let's do this. Some people said yes, some people said no. Some people stayed, some people dropped because they thought it was about the money. But I'm telling you, and you've heard it, it's more than that. It's so much more than that. Because then 3 months into Shakeology, part of my vision to be able to work from a laptop and to be able to travel the world, I had this little thing called Hashimoto's hypothyroiditis. Sounds cool, right? I was like a 99-year-old woman in a 28-year-old body. 3 months into Shakeology, my endocrinologist says to me, something's going on with your levels. I'm like, you're gonna put me on more meds? Like, seriously? More meds? I don't want the meds. It prevents me from traveling. It prevents me from spending months in another country. I don't want more meds. He's like, no, your thyroid levels are like normalizing. I'm like, what? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, we're gonna put you on less medication. Really? He's like, what are you doing different? I'm like, nothing. I'm not doing anything different. I mean, I eat pretty good. I'm like, oh my God, it's the Shakeology. I'm like, you need to sell this too. You can give me. I gave him a letter, I gave him a brochure. He didn't want to do it because then he'd be out of business. So I pushed it, and I remember running my first challenge group. So again, testimony of challenge groups. I had 10 people in it, and I was making $300 a month. And I'm like, okay, if I can do this again and again and again, I can quit my job. This is my purpose. This is what I asked for. This is what God gave me. This is what I'm going to do and what I'm going to put out into the world. I had that vision. And the same way that everybody else saw that signpost, I went for it. Beeline to where Victoria, I never heard the story about where, is it worth me getting punched in the face? I'm going to use that one. Now I'm going to ask, like, would you punch me in the face if I told you that But that's what it is. You have to go out there with your belief and your vision, and don't worry about what other people are saying, because I know Tony's been doing it 4 years, and one of his first prospects, right, said no, and now she's coming around. People will watch you to see if you believe in you, and then they will follow. So be the leader. Be the person who says, this is where I'm going, because I heard the best on the way driving up here. I always use that picture of the two guys who are digging for diamonds, right? And one is like kind of far, and the other one's really close, but he gives up. And the other one on top is just hacking away, he keeps going. You guys have to have that vision. to keep going. And the analogy that I heard too is somebody goes and digs for gold here and gives up, it's not there. Dig for gold here, it's not there. Dig for gold, and what do you have? Just a whole bunch of holes. But the person with vision says, where am I going to dig? Where am I going to dig? And that spot right there looks really good. And they dig deep and they don't stop, and eventually you will hit gold. So with that mindset, within 6 months, I put in my letter of resignation. Knowing that I was a teacher, I said I'm going to finish out the school year. When I went to go, they wanted me to re-sign my contract. With integrity, I said, I can't sign my contract. There were other people quitting their jobs because teaching is it's a beautiful profession, but for us people who just want to like give, you got that box. They put you in a box. I'm not a box girl. I can't stay in that box. I don't want anybody to stay in that box. But when I went to go, they called me to sign my contract. I was in this priest's office, a priest, okay? I was in the Catholic school, crying for an hour and a half, saying my heart cannot sign that paper. No, just sign it and you decide later. No, my heart cannot sign that paper. I cannot put my name down on that line saying I'm coming back when I don't want to. I don't. And here was the button that he pushed that made me say, oh, I'm definitely not signing that paper. He said to me, he tried to convince me. I mean, this dude was singing songs to me in the office, trying to get me back, because I was good. I was a good teacher. I really was. They did not want me to leave. And he said to me, I'm telling you my passion, and this is what I want to do, and that's what I want to do. And he's like, oh, I get it. I understand you now. And I'm like, finally, he understands. Like, I'm thinking, maybe they wouldn't let me teach yoga or something. He says, you want to break the mold. You want to live with purpose. I kid you not, he said this. You want to live with purpose. You want to make a difference. But I hate to break it to you. There are 6 million people in this world with jobs and they're unhappy. And you might just have to stand in and be witness without making a difference and without filling your purpose. And from crying crawling on his desk, like, please, you need to understand me, this is not my... When he said that, it's like my claws came back and this peace came over me. And I said, I can't sign the contract. I'm really sorry. I gotta go. And I walked out of his office saying, what did I just do? Oh my God. I'm not going back. I'm not going back! And I knew, I said, I'll finish out the school year. I'm not going to leave my kids. And my kids always said, too, they were like, you know, you don't have to be here. Why are you here? I said, because I have purpose. And my purpose right now is to serve you, but my time with you is coming to an end. And I have a bigger purpose to fulfill. So you guys can follow me on social media if you want to. A lot of them and their parents ended up on Shakeology. But it's because I believed it. It's because of what it did for me, and then literally if I can just tell you, please guys, everything that you heard today, and Matt had said too, I do a lot of Tony Robbins stuff, and they say you can know it in your head, and you guys are all nodding, right? Wow, their stories are great. You know it in your head. Wow, I can do that too. You can, and you can feel it in your heart, and you can have that fire, but do you do it? Do you go out there and say, that's where I'm digging, that's where I'm going, and I'm not stopping? Do you do that? Because that's the difference between somebody who has success with this business and somebody who doesn't. And it doesn't matter whether you want it for the business or you want it for a success story of weight transformation. Stake your claim and go. Dig. Don't stop. The second you stop, it's over and you lost. Don't worry about what anybody's saying. Keep going. I've been doing this for 2.5 years. It's not all sunshine and rainbows and unicorns. It's an entrepreneurial roller coaster, and I would not change it for anything in the world. Nothing. I drove 5 hours to be here, to be in your presence, because you all have this opportunity Please, dear God, do something with it. Find out what your vision is. What is it in your life that you want to change? It doesn't have to be necessarily your job. Anything. But you need to realize that Beachbody is an opportunity for you to have a turnkey system. Not I'm going to go start my own job and see if it works and I'm going to do it on my own. Don't do anything on your own. Do it with us. This is a turnkey system for you to change your life, to have health, freedom, and that to me is wealth. And the paychecks will come in the more you give. The more you stake your claim, move towards your goals. And don't stop. And that's when the paychecks will start to really, really come in. I was lucky. I also utilized the system of network marketing. I'm not going to get too much into it, but yeah, Emerald. Open up multiple business centers. Make that work for you. Get your family and your friends to be a part of the amazing things that are happening. Not sign up on my team. Come on, let's go, coach. No, change their lives. What's the worst that happens? They say no. They'll be back. I guarantee it. So that's all I have to say. It's the same way I speak to my team. And sometimes it comes off a little bit as, wow, she's kind of rough, she's kind of abrasive. It's because I've been at the bottom. I've been at the bottom, and that fear of, whoa, my mom was making over 6 figures, and then she got cancer, and those 6 figures went pretty fast, and then she ended up in ashes, and what? Life is short. Start now. The time is going to pass anyway. It's going to pass anyway. You might as well do something now, like today. And I think Matt said that too. Today, May 30th, is a day that you can decide. You can say, I'm going to stake my claim right there, and I'm going to go. And don't worry about, well, is it the right thing or is it the wrong thing? And maybe I should do this. No, just do. Nike, that's like a slogan, $1 million campaign. Just do it. Just do it. Not here, not here, here. Here, today. Get on your phones right after this is over and invite 5 people to a challenge group. Why not? What if it does for them what it did for us? That's a game changer. That's you changing lives. That's you living out your purpose. So please think about what it is that you see for yourself and go towards it. Like relentlessly. Like a crazy person. Like us! Okay, that's it for me.